Welcome back to Channel Value Quarter Dollar Your Life. Is this week diving into the fascinating world of Sacagawea Value iconic design story Hidden Treasuries. We explore the most valuable and expensive and ultra-rare coins, top 4 €10 cent coins, shocking America coins, and different color shade coin collector, and investor £1 coins, dirty condition, seemingly ordinary coins, could be worth thousands dollar or even lions of dollars today. So before you spend that old stick around, because you might be holding a fortune in your hands, first up, one coins. 10 euro cent 1999A. Complete information. The 10 euro cent 1999A is an interesting early euro coin from Germany and belongs to the first generation of euro coinage. Although the euro officially entered circulation as physical coins and banknotes on January 1st, 2002, many euro coins were produced in advance, including coins dated in 1999. The date 1999, therefore, does not mean that the coin was circulating in 1999. Instead, it represents the year shown on the coin and is associated with the beginning of the euro coinage era. The German 10-cent coin is particularly recognizable because of its attractive design, its German mint mark, and the famous Brandenburg Gate on the reverse. The coin has a denomination of 10 euro cents, meaning that its face value is 1/10 of €1. 1 euro consists of 100 euro cents, so 10 10-cent coins have a face value of exactly €1. The coin was introduced as part of the common euro coin series and was designed to be used throughout the countries participating in the euro currency system. Germany adopted the euro and became one of the original countries using euro coins and banknotes. The letter A is one of the most important details for identifying this particular German coin. On German coins, letters are used to identify the mint where the coin was produced. The mint mark A stands for Berlin. Germany has several traditional state mints, and each has its own identifying letter. The other German mint marks include D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. Consequently, when a collector sees a 10 euro cent coin dated 1999 with an A mint mark, the coin can be identified as a German issue struck at the Berlin Mint. The German 10-cent coin has a diameter of approximately 19.75 millimeters. Its weight is approximately 4.10 grams and has a thickness of roughly 1.51 millimeters. The coin is made from a copper-colored material rather than silver-colored metal. Its composition is Nordic gold, an alloy used for the 10 20 and 50-cent euro denominations. Despite its name, Nordic gold does not contain actual gold. It is an alloy consisting primarily of copper, with aluminium, zinc, and tin. The material gives the coin its distinctive yellow-golden appearance and also provides good resistance to wear and corrosion. The 10-cent euro coin has a smooth edge with fine edge features, designed partly to make denominations easier to distinguish. The different euro denominations were deliberately given different sizes, weights, colors, and edge characteristics. This was especially important because the euro was intended for use by millions of people across Europe, including people who might have difficulty distinguishing coins visually. The obverse, or common European side, shows a map of Europe together with the denomination. The exact appearance of the common side reflects the euro coin design used at the time. The denomination 10 euro cent is prominently displayed, making the face value immediately recognizable. The design represents the European Union and the idea of European economic integration. The reverse, or national side, is a side that makes the German 10-cent coin especially attractive to collectors. Germany selected 3 important national symbols for its euro coin series. The 1-, 2-, and 5-cent coins feature an oak leaf. The 10-, 20-, and 50-cent coins feature the Brandenburg Gate, and the €1 and €2 coins feature the German federal eagle. Thus, the 10-cent coin forms part of a coordinated German design system. The Brandenburg Gate is one of the most famous landmarks in Germany. It stands in Berlin and has great historical significance. On the German 10-cent coin, the Brandenburg Gate is shown in a relatively detailed architectural representation. The design is intended to symbolize German history, as well as the reunification of Germany and the European integration process. Berlin's importance is particularly appropriate for a coin carrying the mint mark because it indicates that the coin was produced in Berlin. The Brandenburg Gate itself was constructed in the late 18th century during the reign of King Frederick William II of Prussia. It became one of Berlin's most recognizable monuments. During the 20th century, the gate became closely associated with the division of Berlin. After the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, the Brandenburg Gate became an international symbol of German reunification. Its appearance on German euro coins therefore has cultural and historical meaning beyond simply being a picture of a famous building. The 1999 date is one of the most interesting aspects of the coin. People sometimes assume that a 1999 dated euro coin must have been used in commerce during 1999. That is not the case. The euro existed as an accounting and financial currency from 1999, but euro cash was not introduced until 2002. Euro coins were produced before their official cash launch, so that huge quantities would be ready for distribution. Therefore, a German 10-cent coin dated 1999 is an early euro issue, even though ordinary people did not use euro coins in everyday transactions in Germany until 2002. This makes the 1999 date historically important. It places the coin among the earliest euro coinage. The euro was created as part of a long process of European monetary integration. 11 European countries initially adopted the euro for accounting purposes in 1999, and Greece joined the euro area later, in 2001, before euro cash entered circulation in 2002. Germany was one of the founding members of the euro area. For collectors, however, the date alone does not automatically make the coin extremely valuable. This is an important point. Early euro coins can be historically interesting without being rare or expensive. The value of a particular 10 euro cent 1999 A depends on several factors, including its exact variety, condition, minting characteristics, rarity, demand, and whether it has an unusual minting error. The condition or grade of the coin is extremely important. A coin that has circulated for many years may have scratches, small dents, surface marks, dirt, and wear on the highest parts of the design. Such a coin will generally be worth close to its face value, unless it has some unusual characteristic. A coin that has been carefully preserved and remains in excellent, uncirculated condition can attract more interest from collectors. The next top. The 10 euro cent 2002 coin is a fascinating piece for anyone interested in European coinage, the early years of the euro, and the history of modern circulation coins. The letter R is especially important because it identifies the men associated with the coin. In the case of Italian euro coins, the R mint mark refers to the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, the Italian state mint in Rome. The 2002 date is also historically significant because it belongs to the first period when euro coins entered everyday circulation as physical cash. For collectors, therefore, 10 euro cent 2002 is not simply a small denomination coin. It represents the beginning of a major monetary transition in Europe, when national currencies, such as the Italian lira, were replaced by the euro. The 10 euro cent denomination is part of the euro's lower value coin family, together with the 1, 2, 5, and 20 cent pieces. Although its face value is only 10 euro cents, collectors normally evaluate such a coin according to factors beyond its denomination: date, country, mintage, condition, striking quality, errors, varieties, and collector demand can all influence the market value. This is an important point because internet videos sometimes describe ordinary circulated coins as being worth thousands or even millions of dollars. In reality, most 10 euro cent coins from 2002 are common circulation pieces and are worth close to their face value, unless they possess a genuine collectible feature, exceptional condition, or a recognized minting error. The obverse side of the standard 10 euro cent euro coin carries a common European design shared by the Eurozone countries, while national side identifies the country that issued the coin. For an Italian 2002 10 euro cent, the national design is particularly interesting. It features the famous Venus of Botticelli, based on the celebrated Renaissance masterpiece, The Birth of Venus. The image is associated with Sandro Botticelli, one of the best-known artists of the Italian Renaissance. This makes the Italian 10 euro cent visually distinctive and connects an everyday modern coin with one of the most recognizable artistic traditions in Italian history. Sandro Botticelli lived during the Renaissance, a period when art, science, literature, and humanist thinking experienced tremendous development in Italy. The use of Venus on an Italian euro coin was therefore more than a decorative choice. It connected modern Italy and its new European currency with the country's extraordinary cultural heritage. When the coin is examined carefully, the portrait-like figure from Botticelli's artwork becomes a central element of the national side. Around the design are inscriptions and identifying details that allow collectors to determine the issuing country and year. The R mark is one of the most important details to inspect on this coin. It represents Rome, where Italian euro coins have been produced by the Italian state mint. Mint marks are extremely useful to collectors because they can distinguish coins produced at different facilities. When examining a 2002 10 euro cent, a collector should use good lighting and, preferably, a magnifying glass. Tiny letters and symbols can become difficult to see after years of circulation, especially if the coin has scratches, dirt, oxidation, or surface wear. The euro itself was created as a common European currency with the goal of facilitating economic cooperation and making cross-border commerce easier. The euro was introduced for electronic and accounting purposes in 1999, but euro banknotes and coins entered people's hands in January 2002. This is why 2002 coins have such strong historical importance. They were among the first physical euro coins that millions of Europeans used in shops, banks, vending machines, public transportation, and everyday transactions. Italy's transition from the lira to the euro was a major change. For decades, Italians had used the Italian lira, a currency with a long and complicated history. With the introduction of euro cash, familiar lira coins and notes were gradually replaced by euro denominations. A small 10 euro cent coin, therefore, represents part of that monetary transition. Even though it looks ordinary today, it belongs to the first generation of euro circulation money. The 10 euro cent coin has a diameter of approximately 19.75 millimeters and a weight of approximately 4.10 grams. It is made primarily from a copper-colored alloy known as Nordic gold, which is composed of copper, aluminum, zinc, and tin. Despite the name, Nordic gold does not contain gold. This is an important distinction for collectors because the golden appearance of the coin can sometimes lead inexperienced sellers or buyers to assume that it contains precious metal. It does not have the intrinsic gold value of an actual gold coin. The coin also has a distinctive edge. The edge is finely milled, which provides both visual and tactile characteristics. Edge details can sometimes help collectors identify unusual damage or possible alterations. When checking an old coin, it is useful to inspect not only the front and back, but also the entire edge. A genuine minting error may involve the edge, although ordinary damage caused after the coin entered circulation should not automatically be classified as an error. Condition is one of the biggest factors affecting collectible value. A coin that has spent many years circulating through thousands of transactions can develop scratches, small dents, discoloration, and loss of original surface quality. Such a coin will normally have limited collector value. On the other hand, a coin that has remained in exceptionally well-preserved condition may attract greater interest. Collectors often use grading terminology such as good, very fine, extremely fine about uncirculated and mint state, although exact grading standards can vary depending on the grading service and market. A 2002 10 euro cent or coin found in an ordinary pocket, drawer, or old collection should therefore not automatically be described as rare. The presence of the R mint mark by itself does not make the coin worth a fortune. The correct approach is to identify the country, denomination, year, and mint mark first, then investigate the production information and condition. If an unusual feature is present, it should be examined separately rather than assuming that every 2002 example has a high value. Collectors should pay particular attention the next top. The 10 euro cent 2005 R coin is a euro circulation coin struck at the Rome Mint in Italy with the letter R identifying the mint. It belongs to the first generation Italian euro coin series. Introduced when Italy adopted the euro as its official currency in 2002, the denomination is 10 euro cents, equal to 10 cents, and the coin was produced for everyday circulation as well as for collectors interested in the early years of the euro. The Italian 10-cent euro coin has a distinctive design that makes it particularly recognizable among European circulation coins. On the national side, Italy chose a detail from a famous work of art. The bust of Venus from Sandro Botticelli celebrated painting the birth of Venus. The image shows the classical style face of Venus, surrounded by the 12 stars of the European Union, with the year of issue and the mint mark are incorporated into the design. The common European side of the coin displays the denomination 10 euro cent and a map representing Europe, together with the 12 EU stars. The coin is made of Nordic gold, an alloy used for the 10 dash, 20 dash, and 50-cent euro denominations. Despite its name, Nordic gold does not contain gold. It is principally a copper-based alloy consisting of copper, aluminium, zinc, and tin. The coin has a diameter of approximately 19.75 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.93 millimeters, and a standard weight of 4.10 grams. Its edge is shaped with fine scalloping, a feature shared by the Euro 10 dash, 20 dash, and 50-cent denominations, and intended partly to make denominations easier to distinguish by touch. The 2005 date is significant because it places a coin in the early period of Italian euro coinage, only a few years after euro cash entered circulation in January 2002. The mint mark is important to collectors because it identifies the production facility as the Istituto Poligrafico e Zecca dello Stato, or Italian State Mint, in Rome. A 2005 Italian 10-cent coin bearing the mint mark is therefore a normal Italian issue rather than an error simply because it has the letter R. Collectors should also understand that the presence of the R does not automatically make the coin rare. Large numbers of Italian 10-cent coins were manufactured for circulation, and ordinary circulated examples generally have modest collector value. The value of a particular coin depends much more on its condition, rarity, authenticity, and whether it has an unusual minting characteristic. Coins that have spent many years in circulation may show scratches, small contact marks, loss of original luster, discoloration, dirt, or were on the highest parts of the design. A sharply struck coin with strong original luster and minimal marks can be more attractive to collectors. In professional numismatics, condition is often described using grades such as very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and uncirculated, although exact grading standards can vary. An uncirculated 2005 Italian 10-cent coin that retains an original mint appearance is generally more desirable than a heavily worn example. Proof or special collector versions, if encountered, should not automatically be confused with ordinary circulation pieces. Proof coins have specially prepared surfaces and are normally produced for collectors. The 10-cent denomination itself is also interesting from a European monetary history perspective because euro coins have a common European design combined with national designs chosen by individual member states. Italy's decision to use Botticelli's Venus on the 10-cent denomination gives the coin a strong connection to Renaissance art. Sandro Botticelli was one of the best-known Florentine painters of the Renaissance, and The Birth of Venus is among his most famous works. The original painting is associated with the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, and the small portrait detail reproduced on the coin transforms a famous Renaissance image into an everyday monetary object. This combination of classical art, Italian cultural identity, European monetary integration, and modern minting technology is one reason Italian euro coins are popular with collectors. When examining a 2005 Italian 10-cent coin, collectors should first confirm the denomination, year, national design, and mint mark. The date 2005 should be clearly identifiable, and the small r should be located in the appropriate area of the Italian national design. The coin should then be compared with authenticated examples to determine whether its lettering, stars, portrait, edge, and other details are normal. It is particularly important not to assume that every unusual-looking mark is a valuable mint error. Coins acquire scratches, dents, stains, and other damage during circulation, and these forms of post-mint damage generally do not create a major premium. Genuine mint errors can be more collectible, but their identification requires careful examination and preferably comparison with recognized error references or a professional numismatist. Another important point is that the market value of a coin is not determined simply by what someone asks for it online. Auction listings and advertisements can contain unrealistic prices, while actual completed sales provide better evidence of market demand. For an ordinary 2005 Italian 10-cent coin, the collector premium is usually limited unless the coin is in exceptional condition, belongs to a recognized special issue, or possesses a verified minting error. Collectors should therefore be cautious about claims that a normal 2005 10-cent euro coin is automatically worth hundreds or thousands of euros. The great majority of ordinary examples are common circulation coins. If a coin appears unusually valuable, the best approach is to photograph both sides clearly, include a close-up of the date and mint mark, describe its weight and diameter, and have it compared with reliable numismatic references. A digital scale accurate to at least 0.01 gram can help identify major inconsistencies, although weight alone cannot prove authenticity or an error. Similarly, a magnet test can sometimes provide basic information about composition, but it is not sufficient for authentication. Because the Nordic gold alloy is non-ferrous, a normal coin should not behave like an iron or steel coin under a magnet. The coin's color can range from bright golden yellow when new to darker or duller shades after circulation, and color changes alone should not be interpreted as evidence of rarity. Cleaning is also generally discouraged. Abrasive cleaning can create scratches and reduce the numismatist the next top. The 10 euro cent coin dated 2006 and carrying the letter R is an interesting piece for European coin collectors because the letter R can be an important clue to its origin. However, it is essential to identify the country correctly before discussing rarity or value. On euro coins, a small letter, symbol, or mint mark can indicate where a coin was produced, while the national design identifies the country that issued it. The 10 euro cent denomination belongs to the common euro coin series and has a face value of 10 cents. Euro coins were introduced as physical currency in 2002 across the countries participating in the euro system, and the 10-cent denomination has remained one of the standard circulating denominations. A 2006 coin is therefore part of the early years of euro circulation, which gives it historical interest even when it is not particularly rare. The R should not automatically be interpreted as meaning that the coin is rare or worth a fortune. In particular, collectors need to distinguish between a mint mark and a letter that forms part of a national inscription or design. If your coin is a 2006 Italian 10 euro cent, the R can be especially significant because Italy's euro coins use the R mint mark associated with the Rome mint. The Italian 10 euro cent design features the famous Venusian head from Sandro Botticelli's celebrated artwork, while the outer ring contains the 12 stars of the European Union, the denomination, the year, and other identifying details. This makes an Italian 2006 10 euro cent with an R mint mark a recognizable and collectible example of early Italian euro coinage. The 10 euro cent coin is made primarily from Nordic gold, a copper-colored alloy used for several euro cent denominations. Despite its name, Nordic gold does not mean that the coin contains real gold. The alloy is generally composed of copper, aluminium, zinc, and tin, giving the coin its distinctive golden yellow appearance. This is an important point for anyone researching old or unusual euro coins because the attractive color can sometimes lead people to believe that the coin is made from precious metal. Its value normally comes from its denomination, condition, mintage, scarcity, historical importance, design, and any genuine minting error rather than from gold content. The standard 10 euro cent coin has a diameter of approximately 19.75 millimeters and a weight of approximately 4.10 grams, with a thickness of about 1.93 millimeters. Its edge is shaped with a fine scallop pattern, commonly described as a finely scalloped edge. These physical characteristics can help collectors distinguish an authentic 10 euro cent from altered, damaged, or counterfeit pieces. For a 2006 Italian 10 euro cent, the national side is particularly attractive. The design is based on the head of Venus from Sandro Botticelli's famous painting, The Birth of Venus. Botticelli was a major Italian Renaissance artist, and his work has become one of the most recognizable symbols of Italian artistic heritage. The decision to place this artistic image on the 10-cent coin connects everyday European currency with Italy's extraordinary cultural history. Around the design are identifying inscriptions and symbols, including the year and the mint mark. The small R is associated with the Rome mint. For collectors, this tiny letter can be more important than it initially appears because mint marks help identify the production location of a coin. On the common side of the coin, the denomination is displayed prominently, accompanied by the European map design used during the relevant Euro series, and the 12 stars surrounding the outer area. The 12 stars represent the European ideal, and are a familiar feature across euro coinage. When examining a 2006 10 euro cent marked R, the first thing a collector should do is carefully identify every feature rather than immediately assuming it is a rare variety. Look at the date, the denomination, the national design, the mint mark, the lettering, the stars, the edge, and the overall shape. A genuine coin should have consistent proportions and sharp, properly formed details. The surface may show normal circulation marks because these coins were intended for everyday use. Small scratches, dark areas, contact marks, or dullness are not automatically mint errors. Millions of ordinary coins develop such characteristics simply through contact with other coins, pockets, cash registers, and handling. A coin that looks dirty or unusual can be interesting, but dirt alone does not normally make a coin valuable. In fact, aggressive cleaning can reduce collector appeal because cleaning can permanently alter the original surface and leave scratches or unnatural brightness. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining collector value. A coin that circulated for many years may have worn details, scratches, and a less brilliant surface. A coin that was protected soon after minting can retain much sharper details and stronger original luster. Collectors commonly describe condition using grading terminology ranging from heavily circulated examples through higher-grade uncirculated pieces. For an ordinary 2006 10 euro cent, circulated examples are generally close to face value unless there is something genuinely unusual about them. Higher-grade examples can attract more attention from collectors, especially when there's strong original luster, sharp details, minimal marks, and attractive surfaces. Professional grading can sometimes be worthwhile for genuinely rare or high-value coins, but sending every ordinary 10-cent coin for grading would normally cost far more than the coin itself is worth. The most important warning for viewers and collectors is that a 2006 R-marked 10 euro cent should not automatically be described as a $1 million coin or a coin capable of making someone a billionaire overnight. Such claims are generally misleading unless supported by documented auction records and professional authentication. The majority of ordinary 2006 10 euro cent coins are common circulating coins, and their market value is usually modest. A coin can become significantly more valuable if it has a verified minting error, an exceptionally scarce variety, an unusual composition, an important provenance, or an extraordinary state of preservation. Even then, the actual value must be established through the real collector market rather than through sensational claims. Online videos and social media posts sometimes display enormous theoretical prices, but displayed asking price is not the same as a confirmed selling.